Hi there, I'm Alex from Knight Edmonds. This morning, Maidstone Borough Council announced a new £500 million plan to fix, inverted commas, the traffic problems faced by the residents of Lewes Road. So we're here outside the wheat sheaf, where it's all going to start. Basically, the plan is, it's dubbed the greening of Maidstone. They're going to build a tunnel, an overground tunnel that runs from here all the way through the town centre, coming out the other side of Fremlin Walk. Maidstone Council say that the plan will reduce noise pollution and reduce the aesthetic effects of the traffic currently plaguing residents. Let's take a look at the plans. As you can see from the aerial photo, the proposed plans begin here, on Sutton Road and Lewes Road, before merging into one big tunnel leading into the town centre. We caught up with the spokesman from Maidstone Borough Council. Here's what he had to say. Steven, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Obviously, you've announced this morning this £500 million project for the greening of Maidstone, as it's been called. Tell us a bit more about it.
Well, we're very excited about it, of course, and particularly we believe that by producing this project, the greening project is going to bring a lot of really good aesthetics, a better place to live for Maidstone, and obviously make it look much more attractive to outside businesses and the public for future investments.
I mean, some critics are saying that you're not really fixing the traffic problems in Maidstone. You are quite literally covering it up. What would you say to those critics?
Well, of course, I would disagree with that, because what we are creating is a sort of semi-woodland environment that obviously has a significant impact positively on the area and the wider issues around our planet. But also, we would encourage people to walk to work through the woodland area that we've created rather than drive. So we do believe that it will actually decrease the traffic use.
What about haulage, lorries, things like that? It's not going to decrease the heavy traffic that comes down that route, is it?
It may do, of course. They may choose to, get a benefit of looking at the aesthetics that we're creating. But if it does reduce the number of additional vehicles on the road, then of course that is better for the environment and the community.
Some residents are saying £500 million. Would that money not be better spent creating a bypass or investing more in the road system?
Well, of course, everybody's going to be entitled to their opinion on how money should be spent, but I would say that we've worked very hard to bring that cost down to 500 million. The original estimations for the greening project were significantly higher than that, and we're concerned about not wasting taxpayers' money, of course. But actually, we feel that it's a small investment versus the difficulties that we would create by increasing the infrastructure of a super bypass and the disruption that would cause, and also potentially not decrease the traffic situation, which is the very reason we're doing this.
So is the potential, is the thought process in the future that potentially this project could be extended?
Quite possibly, yes. I mean, obviously what we're looking to do here is have a number of environmental positive impacts, of course, by having greenery, as we're calling it, the greening project, but mainly to have, obviously, create, woodland environment that children can use, that there could be, we expect a lot of increase in natural habitat and wildlife and so on and so on, which, we've worked with conservation groups to provide the right type of environment that would encourage wildlife to house themselves there. And of course, creating better gases and emissions, or lowering emissions rather, by decreasing traffic and increasing, more natural emissions from greenery.
It's going to cause a lot of pollution just creating this roadway, and it doesn't actually reduce the emissions the cars are producing. They're still going to produce the same amount of emissions. So do you think, on balance, that actually the disruption, the work that's going to go in, the haulage to get the materials there, digging up the road, do you not think that's actually going to have a net negative impact on the environment?
No, we don't believe that will. We've obviously looked at, as part of our planning process, the fact that, of course, with any project, there will be a amount of disruption, but we'll, of course, keep that to a minimum and focus very heavily on the concerns of residents, which we've listened to. We've had certain groups, but overwhelmingly the support, the longer term objective will outweigh the short term pain. So we're, potential pain. So we're quite positive about that.
Well, Stephen, thank you for joining us. We'll see what the residents of Maidstone think.
Go trees.
So, £500 million, it's a lot of money. Post your thoughts below and let us know what you think. Stupid idea. Should we get some lunch? Sake.